What's going on, Buffalo State Hockey? My name is Evan Harrington. I'm here with Buffalo State men's hockey coach, head coach, Steve Murphy. And here we are, proud to bring you the first ever episode of Mondays with Murph. Mondays with Murph is going to be a weekly episodic, just interview with Murph on the Instagram. We're going to be going over a lot of things throughout the season, game previews, post-game, film breakdown, getting to know Murph. That is the first episode today, is getting to know Buffalo State head coach Steve Murphy. First of all, how's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Mondays with Murph. I kind of like that, Evan. So
yeah,
that'd be good. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, I came up with that idea in the off season. I thought it was something we could try out, and here we are recording the first ever episode. So today, I mentioned the first ever episode is going to be an episode to get to know you and share a little bit about your life. So first of all, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
So I was born in Michigan, actually, but a couple of months old, my parents moved me to Alaska, or we all moved to Alaska. So that's where I'm from. I grew up in Alaska. I lived there since I graduated from high school, and then really haven't lived there full time since, outside of 1 year playing hockey or junior hockey. But that's where I grew up. I spent some time in Fairbanks. And then when I got a little bit older, I moved down to Anchorage to play hockey. So yeah, I'm from Alaska. Proud to be from there, and yeah, now here in Buffalo. So
outstanding. Tell us about life growing up in Alaska.
It's different. In a way, it's like any other place. Anchorage is the biggest city there, but it's an outdoor state. It's an outdoor city, and a lot of hiking, a lot of fishing, a lot of camping, and so if you enjoy the outdoors, wildlife, scenery, stuff like that, then it's what I consider the best place in the world. If you don't like that stuff, then obviously it's not for you. But in a way, I think it's like any other place. Obviously, there's the like I said, the luxury of just having a beautiful scenery up there, and wildlife, really kind of just running in your backyard, and a lot to do, a lot of the outdoor stuff. And we were never big hunters. We were fishermen. We had a couple ocean boats up there, and so we'd go fishing a lot during the summer. All that kind of good stuff. Just hiking and camping, and it's a cool place. It's a unique place, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique lifestyle. Growing up there, not many people get to live that type of lifestyle growing up. What got you into hockey?
My dad played hockey through college, played a little bit professionally, and he himself got into coaching, coach at the Division I level and kind of the semi-pro level. And so, really, he's the one that obviously started me and my brother into hockey. And, ever since I was little, it's pretty much everything, or all that I've ever done. So he's the one that got us started, and I'm fortunate to still be involved in hockey today. So from playing and roughing to obviously now to coaching. So
there you go. What position did you play growing up in hockey?
I was a forward. I enjoyed playing center. As I got a little bit older, transitioned to the wing just because a little bit smaller, a little bit faster on the outside. But I was a forward growing up, so didn't enjoy defense, and I enjoyed messing around in goalie, but I heard I wasn't any good, so I stuck with forward the whole way.
Yeah, not too many forwards and centers can transition and play goalie well, so I get you on that one. You played in the NAHL. Can you talk about that for a little bit?
Yeah, that was when it was time for me to go play junior hockey. I spent some time in Toledo, and then my last year of juniors, I went back home and played in Wasilla back in Alaska, and spent my 3 years doing that, and it was awesome. Those are the guys that we're recruiting now out of junior hockey, and it's really I tell kids all the time, it's really the best 2-3 years of your life, because you're not getting paid, but in a way you're a professional. Like, that's all you're really doing.
Yeah.
Some guys take some classes or part-time jobs, stuff like that, but for the most part you're there to play hockey. You're there to get exposure to colleges, both at the Division I and Division III level. And so it was a lot of fun, and you get to go see kind of different parts of the world. Obviously spent my last year at home, but it's cool because you get to go out, you get to find some unique places and live with some billet families and make some lifelong friends along the way. So
yeah, talk about you playing at the collegiate level.
Yeah, I started, so when I was done playing juniors, I spent my first 2 years out in Massachusetts at Curry College, just south of Boston. I really loved the area. I enjoyed the area. It was something where it was just, I had a really bad sophomore year, personally. Didn't accomplish a lot of the things that I wanted to accomplish, and just felt that I needed a fresh start myself. And so I finished my 2 years up at St. Mary's in Minnesota, and enjoyed my 4 years of college, and I think that's kind of why I guess I stuck around at this level and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a good 4 years and a definitely good experience, and I think it helps in a way helps me relate to what some of our guys are going through now, just with classes and some personal stuff, and obviously hockey as well. But yeah, it was a fun experience.
That's outstanding to hear. So after your junior and collegiate level days, you actually were a head referee in the NAHL for the 2011-2012 season. Talk a little bit about that and what got you into being a referee.
So that was, I think, my first job in Alaska. I really don't recall how I got started reffing. It was good money, I can tell you that for sure. But I started reffing probably when I was maybe 14 or 15 years old, and just in junior high, high school kind of thing. Made some good money there in Alaska, and then obviously as you move on and you start playing junior hockey, college hockey, I didn't have the same time frame to ref. I still did it like part-time, and then when I graduated with college, I knew I didn't want to continue riding buses and kind of keep playing. And being in Minnesota, it was still a great area. Obviously, high school hockey's big out there. It was a great location just for junior hockey, specifically the North American Hockey League. And so I officiated for 1 year, and it was a lot of fun. It really was. I always joke around like I was probably in better shape when I officiated than when I played, because in that league typically they still use a 3-man system, and so you've got 1 referee and 2 linesmen, and I don't think people understand how hard it is to skate for 60 minutes out of a game. But again, it was a unique experience. It helped keep me involved in hockey, and then obviously help transition into coaching.
What was the transition like from assistant coach to head coach at Buffalo State?
Well, it's a big transition. You go from being assistant, you're really there to support the head coach. I think you're there to do the majority of the recruiting. There's not a whole lot of the administration and the paperwork that comes with being an assistant, and then when you make that transition, and really at the time we really only had a couple weeks before school started, a month and a half before the season started, and so it was fast moving. You have to kind of piece everything together. I mean, obviously as the head coach, there's a lot more responsibility there. You kind of have the final say in what goes on, and you're coming up with just team building stuff and structure, and now you're making a recruiting schedule, right? I've got to now go out and find an assistant coach, and so it was quick, and it was my first year, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. You think you have an idea, but especially when you get named the head coach that late, you just kind of do what you can, and then you got the summer to regroup. But it was a big transition, and again, was obviously very thankful for the opportunity that our then athletic director Jerry Boyes gave me, and I've been fortunate to obviously still be here 7 or 8 years later.
Yeah, how do you think that first year really shaped you for preparing for future seasons, still as Buffalo State head coach?
Well, I think in every season, I always try and do some self-evaluation. There's a lot of mistakes that I make every single year. There's some things that you do good, and so you're always trying to grow, you're always trying to learn. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes this year. There's going to be a lot of situations or scenarios that we haven't been in yet as a team, and you just try to navigate that the best way you can. Whether that's you thinking, you doing what you think is right, or reaching out to other people and asking, hey, how did you handle this situation, stuff like that. But yeah, it's all self-evaluation. I think that's maybe one of the biggest one of the things that's different between being an assistant as an assistant coach. You have that head coach there to kind of help guide you a little bit, right? Someone there to tell you, hey, good job here, and maybe don't do that, let's try something else, right? As a head coach, yes, you're responsible for developing your assistant, you're responsible for developing all your players, but you've also got to do some evaluation there yourself, and that's really hard to do throughout the year. Most of that comes when we get some breaks in December, halfway through the year, and then again during the summer. But I do love being a head coach. I enjoyed my time as an assistant, but I like having the pressure now of being the head coach. So
There you go. What is your favorite memory thus far as Buffalo State men's hockey coach?
I mean, you're making memories every year. Obviously, we've had some seasons that have been better than others. We've had some seasons that have been worse than others, but every year you make different memories. I don't think I ever take for granted anybody that's ever come through this program. You make some good relationships. There's some relationships you don't see eye to eye on with players. I think it's always going to be the case. But I don't. I enjoy winning. I want our guys to win. I want them to enjoy that feeling. So yeah, just sharing those memories along the way with all the guys. At the end of the day, I want them to be successful. Hockey's just an avenue for us, how we're teaching guys, preparing them for life beyond college and stuff like that. But while you're here, we want our guys to be all in, and we're here. At the end of the day, we're here to win. There's a reason they keep score, and we'll make some memories again this year. Hopefully more good than bad. But I've enjoyed all the players that have come through here, all the guys that are still here, guys that have moved on, whether that's professionally playing hockey or kind of in their 9-to-5 professions and stuff like that. I enjoy all the alumni when they come back for alumni weekend and stuff like that. So it's fun. I'm gearing up to. Obviously, we're gearing up here to start in the next week or so, and it's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to get on the ice with the guys. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's going to be a lot of great memories to have for this year. Is there a coach you model your coaching style after?
I don't know. Probably not. I mean, at the end of the day, you just have to be yourself, and that's who I am. I care about the guys. They would tell you, I'm definitely tough on them. Again, I think that comes from preparing them for their future beyond hockey and beyond college and stuff like that. But no, at the end of the day, I think it's just important to be yourself and be genuine and try and be unique in a way. But no, I don't know. I would say that there's specific maybe teams or coaches that I would take some ideas or some structure from. But when I talk to the guys, when I mess around or joke about the guys, or when I get on them, it's all love, but it's all me. I'm myself, and that's who I am. And they know that there's when it comes to hockey, there's no off switch. I'm as competitive as can be, and I don't ever foresee that changing.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have a favorite all-time hockey memory from your playing days?
I mean, my youth hockey, we had a lot of really good youth hockey teams growing up in Alaska. We came real close to winning 1 or 2 national championships along the way when I was younger. As I moved into juniors, we didn't get as close, but played with a lot of really good guys and played for some good hockey teams there. I got to play in an NCAA. I was fortunate that when I got into college, I played on a team that won a conference championship, and we got to make it to the NCAA tournament and ultimately lost in the first round. But that was a unique experience along the way, and one that I would love for this program and for our guys to hopefully enjoy here in the near future. So nothing too crazy. A lot of good memories, but still fighting for that first championship. So.
All right, I want to say thank you to Steve Murph, the Buffalo State men's hockey coach, for joining me for the first ever episode of Mondays with Murph, and we'll be back next Monday with Murph. See you then.